Hello, I'm Stephen Hammond with Covenant Financial Ministries. I wanted today to talk with you about let's make it great financial advice. Stay tuned. If you like what you see and what you hear, hit that like and subscribe button, and also you can touch the bell and get notified of all our updates. Have you ever heard of good financial advice? I mean really good financial advice. We teach in our seminars when we go in and teach churches stewardship and living by God's financial principles, that all good financial advice, if it's really good financial advice, has its roots in biblical wisdom. For instance, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That actually comes from Ecclesiastes 11:2. Put your portion with 7 or 8 because you don't know what evil's coming upon the land. Spend less than you earn is a biblical financial principle. Save for a rainy day is another biblical financial principle. There's so many good or great financial principles. They all have their origins in the Bible. And the thing with it, God says more about financial decisions, about stewardship. It's actually 2,350 scriptures written on stewardship and finances in the Bible. God says more about that than basically any other thing. Grayson, have you heard of any what you would classify as good financial advice?
Yeah, for sure. And us being a good steward, and we talk about that. We were just talking about it earlier. One of the best things you can do, especially if you're young, is to get started investing in the quality type of investments, whether that's in real estate, whether that's stocks, but making sure that you're following that principle of diversification, like it says in Ecclesiastes 11, and also just making sure that you follow steady plotting, because that's Proverbs where it says that steady plotting creates prosperity. And what that's also known as, and it's been coined as, dollar cost averaging. So even if you're 20 years old and you feel like you're broke, even putting in $10 every week can really accumulate into something great over time.
Yeah, Grayson, so many folks, they don't get started investing when they're young. So they'll graduate college, and maybe the first thing they'll do is they'll go out and buy a new car, or they'll get married. And they'll feel like, hey, man, I just don't make enough money right now to start investing. I'm going to put it off a little while. What happens so many times is that these couples, they have children, then they want to put them in private school because they don't like what's going on in public schools. And so it eventually gets to a point where they have to get out of high school or get out of college for people to start investing, and they just wasted the best 20 years of their life to start investing, because the earlier you can start, the better off you'll be, because you'll have compounding that will be working on your behalf. And it's often been classified as the 8th wonder of the world, is that compound interest. So what you want to do is start investing as early as possible. Have you heard any maybe bad advice?
Maybe to go live your best life now. That's pretty bad.
That is poor financial advice. And here's the reason why. If you want it for the future, you're going to have to do without it today. And if you want it for today, you're going to have to do without it in the future. Because see, once you spend money, it's gone. You can't get that money back. You can work a little bit longer, a little bit harder the next week and get some more money. But once you spend it, it's gone. So if you wait till tomorrow and you invest it, see, that money's gone. It's in that investment. So, living your best life today financially is probably not really a good financial decision for the long run. Any other bad financial principles that you've heard over time?
There are a lot of people on TikTok that want to go on there and talk about how to get rich quick, and even on YouTube and things like that. And a lot of times people bite into that, whether it's Forex trading or whether it's trading binary options or whether it's drop shipping. And the truth is, it's very rare to find something that's going to get you rich quick. You might find something every now and then or stumble upon it. But if you're spending all your time looking for the next thing that's going to make you rich by next week, it's going to make you the next Bill Gates in a year, it's probably not going to happen. So a lot of times it's easy to get caught up in that instead of following the biblical principles of accumulating and letting the compounding do its work.
Yeah, you know, the scripture says those who acquire quickly, desire to get things quickly, won't be found innocent. And you know, so what the Bible is saying is that we are to accumulate wealth over time. And that's the best way to do it. So the thing with it is this: there's people all the time, especially pastors, that will come to me and say, Steve, what do you have that's red hot? What's something that's going to make me a lot of money real quick? And see, what's important is not having something that's going to double or triple your investment in the next week or the next month. But like in baseball, it's getting that single, getting on base, getting that single, getting that double, getting that triple. Sometimes you may knock a home run, but you know, you keep getting on that single base, getting that single. What happens if you're averaging 8, 9, 10% return over time and you're getting on first base with that? Every once in a while, you might get something that's going to give you a 20% return, sometimes a 30% return, sometimes a 40% return. Every once in a while, you may knock a home run and have something that gives you a 100% return, sometimes even more. But it's getting on base. It's getting that constant good rate of return of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% and steady, having that compound for you over time. Is there anything else, Grayson, you think these viewers need to hear before we end this meeting today?
I think that might cover some of the main ones, don't you?
I think so. Until next time, God bless you.